The distributive property and the square root property are two methods that can be used to solve quadratic equations. There are 8 steps for solving quadratic equations using the distributive property method. 1. Isolate. 2. Rewrite. 3. FOIL. 4. Set equal to 0. 5. Find factors. 6. Set factors equal to 0. 7. Solve for x. Finally, check solutions. Let's use the distributive property to solve the equation x plus 4 squared equals 9. Step 1. Isolate the quadratic term and make its coefficient 1. This step is already completed because the quadratic term of the quantity x plus 4 squared is already by itself on the left side of the equation. The coefficient is 1. It's implied even though it's not written. Step 2. Rewrite the term so the binomial is multiplied by itself. The quantity x plus 4 times the quantity x plus 4 equals 9. Step 3. Use the distributive property or FOIL. FOIL is an acronym referring to the order you multiply the terms. First, outside, inside, and last. First, multiply x times x, which equals x squared. Outside, multiply x times 4, which equals 4 times x. Inside, multiply x times 4, which equals 4 times x. Last, multiply 4 times 4, which equals 16. The result is x squared plus 4 times x plus 4 times x plus 16. We can combine like terms to equal x squared plus 8 times x plus 16. Then bring down our equals 9 from the original equation. Step 4. Set equation equal to 0. Next, we subtract 9 from both sides of the equation. The equation is now x squared plus 8 times x plus 7 equals 0. Step 5. Find the factors of the new binomial. Using our new equation, we can see that it's in standard quadratic equation form. A times x squared plus b times x plus c equals 0. The factored form will be in the format of the quantity x plus a number times the quantity x plus a number equals 0. What two factors of 7 can be added together to equal 8? Since 7 is a prime number, we only have the factors of 1 and 7. 1 times 7 equals 7, and that gives us the c in the constant term of the equation. 1 plus 7 equals 8, and will give us b in the x term of the equation. The factored equation is x plus 1 times x plus 7 equals 0. Step 6. Now we will set each factor equal to 0. X plus 1 equals 0, and x plus 7 equals 0. Step 7. Next, we solve each factor for x. For the factor x plus 1 equals 0, subtract 1 from both sides of the equation, and the result is x equals negative 1. For the factor x plus 7 equals 0, subtract 7 from both sides of the equation, and the result is x equals negative 7. Step 8. Check the solutions. Substitute negative 1 in for x. Negative 1 plus 4 equals 3. 3 squared is 9. 9 equals 9, so this solution works. Substitute negative 7 in for x. Negative 7 plus 4 equals negative 3. Negative 3 squared is 9. 9 equals 9, so this solution works. The square root property method states if x squared equals k, then x equals the square root of k, or x equals the negative square root of k, or x equals plus or minus the square root of k. There are 5 steps for solving quadratic equations using the square root property method. 1. Isolate the term. 2. Use the square root property. 3. Rewrite the equation. 4. Solve each equation. Finally, check the solutions. Let's use the square root property method to solve the same equation that we solved using the distributive property method. X plus 4 squared equals 9. Step 1. Isolate the quadratic term and make its coefficient 1. This step is already completed because the quadratic term of the quantity x plus 4 squared is by itself on the left side of the equation. The coefficient is 1. It's implied, even though it's not written. Step 2. Use the square root property. Take the square root of both sides of the equation. Remember the plus or minus. The square root of x plus 4 squared equals plus or minus the square root of 9. X plus 4 equals plus or minus 3. Step 3. Rewrite the equation as two equations. X plus 4 equals 3 and x plus 4 equals negative 3. Step 4. Solve each equation. In the equation x plus 4 equals 3, subtract 4 from both sides. The result is x equals negative 1. In the equation x plus 4 equals negative 3, subtract 4 from both sides. The result is x equals negative 7. Step 5. Check the solutions. Substitute negative 1 in for x. Negative 1 plus 4 equals 3. 3 squared is 9. 9 equals 9, so this solution works. Substitute negative 7 in for x. Negative 7 plus 4 equals negative 3. Negative 3 squared is 9. 9 equals 9, so this solution works. The same answers were found solving the equation using the distributive property method or the square root property method. X equals negative 1 and x equals negative 7.